Hello everyone! In this lesson, we'll talk about the centrifugal force of the dragon breath ribbon. In many shots, we have character rotation animations like this. If we use cloth simulation, it often gets tangled with the legs, and the result isn't very good. For example, when watching Tibetan-style dances, when the dancer spins quickly, the skirt should spread outward, like an umbrella. This is where centrifugal force comes in. During rotation, a force is generated from the center, pushing the object outward. First, let's open the dragon breath ribbon. The skirt sets are located down here. Let's first look at the result without centrifugal force. What does it look like? This looks very unrealistic. It spreads out like this, with this kind of motion. Normally, we might manually key this by hand. But let me just undo that. So how do we add centrifugal force? First, we need to find the geometric center of these objects. For example, this controller here is a good choice. From this center, the force radiates outward, pushing everything away from the center. We add it to the centrifugal force object. Select it and click Add. It will be added here. If you want to remove it, just deselect everything and click again, and it will be removed. Now let's add it back. Next is the axis. This axis corresponds to the object's local axis. It uses the outward axis. So we choose Y up, Z up, or X up, depending on the object. Then for inverse here, we set a value, for example, 3. Now let's check the result. You can see that now, during rotation, the shape is being pushed outward at the bottom. From the top view, it's even more obvious. You can clearly see the spreading effect. This includes the object, the force, and the axis. Let's also explain the last two parameters. First, let's reset it. The first one is smooth. This controls the strength of the centrifugal force. It is related to the rotation speed. Sometimes rotation starts suddenly from a certain frame, with zero motion before that, then it suddenly rotates. This causes a sharp change. With smooth, the generated centrifugal force will transition more smoothly, creating a softer blend over time. For example, if we draw a curve like this is the rotation speed curve. Without smoothing, the centrifugal force doesn't look very good. With smooth, the curve becomes something like this. This looks much better, with a softer transition. Next, offset means that after the rotation stops, the centrifugal force will remain briefly, then slowly fade out. If we set it to 0, let's see the result. This result is not very realistic, especially at the beginning. Because of the smoothing, it starts floating before rotation even begins, then rotates, and drops immediately. Offset basically delays the force slightly. Let's set it to something like 6. This way, the force exists during rotation and stops after the rotation ends. That's the effect. The exact values should be adjusted based on the motion and shape. Thank you all.